Hello everybody, welcome back to Kusogrand8, the bad video game tournament. I'm Brosencha, and I am just trying to get everything ready for the next match. We've got a few more coming up, so get excited. It's gonna be fun. Now let me see. Why is this showing up this way? Why? Okay, well, whatever. I'm just, to make life easy, I'm doing that. Okay, bam. Hopefully that is going to work for my export. Bam, bam. Wait, let's save. Run this thingy. Hopefully update some of the images here. Blah, blah, blah. This is Kusogrand8, the bad video game tournament. I am Brosencha, and I have been having a lot of fun with these little bonus matches that we've had. The players today, they do not count, but we are moving on to what we call a referee revenge round. What does that mean? Well, the referees have decided to gang up against our GMs and make them play games that they wanted to have our GM suffer through. Could they be good? Could they be bad? I don't know, but the referees chose them, so crappy. How about you take us on over to the reveal for our next revenge match? Yeah, oh, upside down top gear. Here's the deal. You don't want to flip your car like that. Well, our referee team has been fantastic. They've absolutely changed the game for us and made it so much easier to keep track of who is in the lead. And I very much appreciate the work that they've done. So say hello to the GM that will be torturing our players today. Our dear friend, Toasty Stoat. Hey, the Stoat got the toast, got the toast, gonna chew on the toast, cause he's a Stoat. Yeah, he's a Stoat. Stoat got the toast. Where is Toasty Stoat? I need a Toasty Stoat. Toasty Stoat. Toasty Stoat.
Hello.
Oh, hello there.
Hello. It's my speaking debut on Kusogrand8.
Yeah, welcome. Good to have you on mic. Finally.
What an honor.
Yeah, after 500 years, it finally happened.
No, I'm not that old.
Oh, okay. That's probably for the best. Well, great to have you. Introduce yourself to everybody. Who are you? What do you do? What are your favorite games out there?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So, I'm Toasty. So, most of the time you can find me talking things like science at science events and science podcasts.
Ooh.
But I'm hoping to relaunch my stream very soon.
Cool. What kind of science?
Oh, I do virology, which is a whole other conversation.
Oh, viruses. Okay. I mean, I know that one of the big people who was researching some of the vaccine stuff for COVID was a furry. I don't believe they were a Stoat. Unless it was secretly
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
It wasn't me.
If you know who I'm talking about, yeah. Well, good.
No, I've done nothing as notable until now. Maybe I'll go down in the history books for this.
Uh-oh, what kind of nightmares are you giving out today?
Well, so you can probably tell from my accent, bro, that I am British.
Yeah.
And it's only fair that I start my own British invasion with an absolute classic. And now for something completely different. It's Monty Python's Flying Circus for the Amiga.
Oh, everybody, it's the computer game. Look at this guy's red face. He's so angry that this guy... he looks like he's from South Park, though, I gotta be honest. Well, the players are gonna
Monty Python was like old school South Park, right?
What's that?
It was kind of... I guess Monty Python was kind of like old school South Park. It was satirical,
bit, yeah.
It was stupid.
Oh, I love it, though. Like, at the same time, while it was quote-unquote stupid... It's genuinely fun in a lot of ways. Like, yes, it's absurd, but it's not Little Britain. That...
Oh, God, no.
I hate that show with a passion, okay? It's so stupid. Yeah, everybody, there's my opinion. For some reason, we keep getting Quest 64 music. I apologize, everybody. YouTube just decided we are going to be listening to Quest 64 today until we actually get over to Monty Python's Flying Circus. Who's playing today? Dowolf and Novasol, our dear GMs. Yeah, GM versus GM. There will be blood, or at least there will be vague complaining in the Discord chat. Of course, Monty Python's Flying Circus, I feel like they absolutely changed the game when it came to comedy, and at least very much affected British comedy. Heck, American comedy got extremely influenced by them. Like,
oh, for sure.
Yeah, the world would not be the same without Monty Python's Flying Circus, or the various movies that came due to that. Yeah, with that said, has the comedy aged? Yes. Are there some segments that I'm like, I would not air this on TV today? Absolutely. Will I watch them still? They're from its time, so yes. But
I remember
there's
seeing some of Monty
self-defense
Python
against
as a kid.
fruit.
And it was scary, some of the sketches, because they were just so weird.
Yeah, you do know self-defense against fruit, right?
See, you're testing me now. I've got a vague memory of that one.
It's a good one. Obviously, you know the parrot.
Yeah, oh, of course.
Okay, everybody knows the parrot. Spam. Everybody knows spam.
And you are going to see some references to these classic sketches in this game.
Honestly, it's because of Monty Python that we call spam email spam. Thank you, Monty Python.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It became an internet thing that people, like, whenever they talked about getting all of these messages from everybody, they'd quote Monty Python on message boards. I know, I've gone and I've read some of the message boards from 1993. And yeah, there are a lot of things that we refer to today that were memes from 93.
And they've probably been memes in British culture for such a long time.
Well, I think the players are ready to start, so obviously we need to spam some emotes. I would say if you have anything directly Monty Python related, you can spam those. What else would be appropriate for this, though? For the uninitiated?
I think, yeah, kind of very, very irreverent, silly things. Often there's quite a lot of fish, cheese, feet. You know, random objects that hold comedy value.
Feet! Spam your feet, everybody! That's right, we want feet pics. Okay. Or the geese, that's also pretty good. As soon as I see movement, I will start our timer. And I will resize Novasol as soon as we get into the game, because that is just life here. Uh-oh. Welcome to the Amiga.
So there go the pieces of Gumby's brain.
Poor Gumby. Wait, his name is Gumby?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
This is the Gumby character that is often kind of placed in intellectual situations, but he's quite far from an intellectual.
He seems pretty smart to me. Got a good chin. Now he's a fish. Oh, this is going to be special.
So very quickly, you can see that we have a lot of random things happening. We've got dead parrots falling on Dowolf's screen. Novasol is trying to, I think, not get crushed by that 16-ton weight.
Usually a good thing to avoid. Oh no, Dowolf got pushed back.
Yeah, there is only one pathway through these generally, and if you take the wrong pipe, you will just be pushed back to where you came from.
Yeah, which honestly, sort of the chaotic movement that you see here is very reminiscent of some of the old Monty Python animations, so it's not too surprising to see these various odd plungers. Oh no, Novasol got smushed!
Yeah, so that's Novasol losing a life.
Okay, so if somebody steps on you, you lose a life. That's what I'm learning.
Exactly.
I heard
Don't
a burp.
try it at home.
Okay. Yeah, this Monty Python. is basically British bakage, is what I would say, because it is just probably I don't know if it was necessarily before that style existed in Japan, but it certainly is the weirdness, and I love it. I love weird.
I don't think anyone's ever used the phrase British bakage before, but you were so correct.
It is. I mean, look at this. Freaking giant chin man turned into a fish. And then when you die, a foot smushes you.
It's exactly what you would expect. And just for avoidance of doubt, all those kind of blocks that are being shot away by Dolwolf and Novasol, they are meant to be cheese wheels and cheese blocks.
Oh, okay, it's cheese. I wouldn't have guessed without you telling me. Okay, it looks like Novasol is on to a fight against Helicopter Man in front of the hand and the foot.
Yeah, so this is the first boss battle, and this is, I think, based on one of the kind of intro sequences where they used to take little kind of like cut-out images of old material and turn it into stop motion, and that was basically a floating historical man. I'm not sure from what period. He looks kind of Georgian.
Yeah, I mean, it is the flying circus, so it makes sense to have a flying man. I'm not exactly sure what type of technology he had, but helicopter, it's good enough. I'm wondering, we got changed into a fish. Are we going to change out of fish form in the future? I would guess probably.
We are.
Good.
We are. There may be other forms to discover if our players get far enough. Novasol has now made it up to the Spanish Inquisition.
Not the Inquisition! Get out of here! Oh, they're just throwing pillows now. Okay. Wait, did they have a pillow fight in the Spanish Inquisition thing? I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember that, but it's entirely possible.
Yeah, the odd thing is that while some people in chat are saying they didn't expect that, I think that's one of the more expectable things in this game. I would absolutely expect the Spanish Inquisition to show up in this game. Okay, we've got the police and washing machines in the way. Go away, washing machines. We're trying to fight the police.
Novasol is doing really quite well here. I think almost making it to the end of the first stage, and this is not an easy game at all.
Oh, it's the comfy pillows, the soft pillows and comfy chairs. Okay.
Oh, of
I
course.
gotcha. Thank you, chat, for helping us understand the Spanish Inquisition, Honestly, difficult topic for a lot of people, but we have learned something today.
I'm sure chat is going to be well on top of these references. And now, an argument.
Oh no, it's going to be useless. I love the argument room, okay? That's a good sketch, everybody. You should watch it if you haven't seen it. Beans, spam! So, eggs, beans, spam, 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 spam. Yeah. Well, good job. No pieces of brain.
They're the food items that Novasol consumed during the playthrough of that first stage. If you collect 16 tins of spam, you are rewarded with a piece of your brain back. In the first instance, this doesn't matter. I've just told the players, get through as much of the game as you can. If we see a completion, then we'll go for pieces of brain. Because who really needs pieces of brain?
Now to recognize different parts of the body. Okay, we've got a mouth. Here, I can do body identification here.
Okay, let's go. Let's try it.
Of course, you've got the sausage parts.
Sausage parts,
see teeth. There's more mouths. They're smaller, though. Don't forget about your small mouths, everybody. Got to brush them, too. Okay, maybe some intestines in the background. Oh, a foot. I almost missed the foot. I don't know how. Yeah, I would have been ashamed. Okay, it looks like Novasol a little bit stuck. You probably got to jump on the teeth or fight the mouth. That's fine too. You shoot the mouth and the hole falls down. It's like Looney Tunes.
Well, sometimes it's not clear. You know, I think this game, it was designed by a programmer who wanted to capture that Python energy. So some of the obvious looking solutions to the puzzles are not the solution at all. Sometimes you just got to stand in the right place. Sometimes you got to kill the right enemy. Sometimes shooting a switch will actually damage you. None of it makes any sense.
I appreciate this. You know, more people should just, like, yeah, this was officially licensed as far as I can tell, but this is the type of game that, like, you could go open up Game Studio and probably make something. Your score is far too silly, Novasol. Oh, no. Well, use your weird finger to input your name. And Doewolf, back to human form. Very nice. Still shooting fish, though.
Yeah, so fish is always your weapon. Because that's the standard, right? If you want any weapon in a video game, you're going to want the fish.
I mean, it's fine if it works. If it gets the job done, I accept.
I mean, if it can evaporate a block of cheese in half a second, you know you're onto a winner.
So I do have a question for you. When you get a game over, do you restart the game entirely? Yep, you do. Okay.
You do. There are no continues.
Having multiple lives, though, that's more generous than a lot of Amiga games. Okay, Doewolf had an argument. Very good. Now time to spit out food in front of the lady. Beans!
Yeah, you get digitized voices telling you exactly what you ate.
I like that. That is fantastic.
That is the main reason I told them to have sound on rather than music.
Yeah, if there is a music mode, you all can listen to that on your own time, but I am glad that we get some voice acting. I mean, I could play my own music, but I kind of enjoy experiencing the game as intended for a while. Oh, the foot.
Mm-hmm. So the guy who made this game also made the Rick Dangerous games, is what chat is telling us. I had no idea, but I can kind of see that.
That very much makes sense.
It feels right. And chat has indeed noticed that, yes, your score starts at 99 million, and it reduces as you go through the game.
Oh no, teeth hurt you. Do not stand on the teeth, everybody. That's what I've learned watching Doewolf. So we, obviously you're part of the referee team. We have referees who are helping to track this game. Thank you so much. The referees for this match is Linkura for 16-bit people only, and Garfield the Lightning is missing a piece of brain. Finally, we have Spam, Redford, Baked Bean, Sausage, Egg, and Spam. Thank you so much, referees, for helping. It won't be too difficult to track, but it still is super helpful to have you around. Like, just having the ref team this year has changed the way that the tournament has worked, and I'm really glad that we are doing some of these ref revenge rounds in order to sort of get your taste in games, because, you know, I always thought there was probably a Monty Python game out there, but I never looked. And I'm not shocked.
This is also not the only Monty Python game. I believe there are kind of like point-and-click style adventure games based on some of the films, like Life of Brian and The Meaning of Life.
Oh, baby. Okay. Life of Brian, pretty dang good. I enjoyed it.
Top tier film, and so much potential for a game as well, right?
I mean, as long as you don't release it in the US, yes. It's a little heretical for a lot of American audiences, but, you know...
What, you're telling me they don't love it in Utah? Come on.
I mean, there were enough people in Utah who knew The Life of Brian, but, like, I didn't watch it until a few years ago, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have watched it when I was Mormon. Yeah, so watching it, I was like, I don't know. Like, Monty Python, sure, I enjoy it. I think that the Holy Grail might be a little bit overrated, but at this point in my life, I'm not completely sure if I feel that way anymore. Like, it's genuinely fun. Like, probably accurately rated is what I would say at this point. But, yeah, Life of Brian, I finally did watch that. Highly recommended. Definitely worth it. The Meaning of Life is a little bit odd because it's essentially a movie that's a bunch of skits. It's worth watching, okay? But don't expect a traditional movie. It's going to be a lot more like an episode of Monty Python's Flying Circus. With some music numbers, which are really good music numbers.
So Novasol almost choosing to go with the argument minigame there, but then ended up with agreeing with the minister with pointless arguments, which ends the minigame.
I mean, yeah, if it helps you get extra lives to argue for a while, then it's probably worth doing, since you don't have any continues in this game. Ooh, I see the pelvis.
It really doesn't. The thing that I didn't mention about the score is that you only get an extra life when your score has reduced by 1 million points, which is extremely difficult to do.
Yeah, that's probably not happening then. Ooh, Doewolf unfortunately making it so that he cannot get the spam. Hate when the spam is out of reach. Actually,
so spam is going to only really help them on this first playthrough for regaining their health.
I sort of agree with Chad saying that the problem with Monty Python and the Holy Grail isn't the movie, it's the people who reference it way too much.
Right, yeah. It's the kind of thing that, you know, if it came out today, it would be on every store, it like on every t-shirt, every item.
I know this guy's face. It makes fart sounds.
Oh, you've met him?
Oh, well, I haven't met him, but I know of him. This is such a Kusogrand8 game. Oh my gosh.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm really glad I could show it off for this exhibition match as well, because it is just plain chaotic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Doewolf, watch out! The weird hopping head is farting at you. This is the same guy who played, even if, you know, we don't encourage people to do Harry Potter stuff, he was the same guy who played Nearly Headless Nick, right? John Cleese?
John Cleese, yeah. Now, I don't know which version of Gumby the player character is supposed to be here, whether it's the John Cleese version or the Graham Chapman version. And I think pretty much every Python had a go at playing this kind of weird Gumby character at some point or another. I don't remember any of the Pythons having a giant round chin like that, so maybe we've got some artistic license going on.
Yeah, so just to share a picture of Gumby, I'll go ahead and get a picture up here, because as it turns out, there are multiple Gumbys in the world. And I'm not talking about, like, Gumby, the weird, like, almost Play-Doh-esque character. I mean, in Monty Python's world, there are multiple Gumbys. But yeah, here's one of them. This guy right here. Look at him. Well, he should probably shave that mustache. And
yeah,
that probably is actually part of the sketch, I gotta be honest. Okay, so Gumbies are a type of recurring character in Monty Python's Flying Circus, characterized by a very distinctive appearance. If a name was listed for them, the surname given would always be Gumby. So, in essence, you may have the Gumby family, or, you know, they're just always related. Gumbies would wear handkerchiefs on their heads, small mustaches, spectacles, braces, knitted tank tops, 1950s style shirts rolled up to the elbows without the detachable collar. Okay. Trousers rolled up to the knees and Wellington boots. Oh, wellies. They wear wellies. Okay.
Uh-huh. Very much like a stereotype of, I don't know, like the British working man from the 60s or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. British working man who especially has no fashion sense is what I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here we have a whole gaggle of Gumbies, okay?
Oh, look at that.
Look at all of them. Terrible
doesn't
resolution,
that
but
England.
that makes me... Well, I mean, there are a lot of things that make me think of England, and yeah, that's one of them. Thank you for the fart noise, Fish. I appreciate it. Oh, Dowell shot something to the left.
Yeah,
And,
so
okay.
it's tempting to look at those and think, there's like a secret passage there. I think literally all it does is give you more points, or less points, as it were.
More or less.
Some
Or
of
less
those
or
little
more.
holes, they might hold food, but I've never seen that before. And Dowolf, if you're confused, so
Yeah,
Dowolf,
what happened?
Dowolf got a game over, but it wasn't a real game over.
Yeah, it just said game over, but then it
There
jumped right
is a
back
little
into the game.
skit. Yeah, there is a little skit that is unfortunately skippable if you are hammering the fire button, in which it says game over, and then says, sorry, your game has ended due to a clerical error. We're working on fixing it. And then the game literally turns into Breakout
Oh my gosh.
for about 5 seconds. Yeah. I was really hoping we could see that, but our players are too good. They're just rattling through.
Oh, well, if I saw something stupid pop up and I'm racing, I'd probably try to mash through it, you know? Chad is saying that this is Eternal Darkness. I mean, it might be a survival horror type game. We've got horror, and it is difficult to survive due to whatever is happening here. Oh no, the flying oyster got you. Oh no, that's a bee. Cute. Okay, I like the bees.
Yeah, there is something quite eldritch about most of these enemies.
Okay, Dowolf, there is a finger pointing down, but I don't trust it either.
Well, what happened there? So yeah, there was there's a little kind of
Oh, you gotta shoot the plunger?
barricade in the way. Your temptation would be to shoot that, but if you shoot it, okay, good. Yeah, I was going to say if you shoot it from too close, then the barricade will damage you as it moves up.
Oh, this is so good. Well, as far as I can see, this was developed by a company called Core Design, released by Virgin Games. They published it. Core Design was in the city of Derby, founded in 1988, and several former employees of Gremlin Graphics. Wait, they made the game that we had last, Top Gear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so several employees who may have worked on... Actually, this probably was before Top Gear.
And you know Core Design's biggest game, right? I mean, chat's beaten me to the point, but...
Tomb Raider, apparently?
Yeah.
Okay.
Core Design is very famous for Tomb Raider, so...
Yeah, that was a pretty good game. That was a very good game. But they also worked on some Chuck Rock games, it looks like. Super Nintendo and Game Boy, as far as I can see. Impossible. Rick Dangerous 2, as you were saying earlier, as well as the original. Dynamite Ducks? Or Dukes. I'm sorry, let me try to pronounce it correctly. That sounds great. I want a Dynamite Duck. Literally ducks fighting with dynamite. Okay, yeah, that sounds fantastic. But yeah, out of all of the British developers out there, I'd say that this one had some fairly outstanding games, games that have lasted for quite a while. Tomb Raider, Impossible, truly some legendary stuff. I'd say that this game, for the time that this came out, 1990, this isn't too shabby.
Oh no, it's well constructed. It's well constructed, but it's kind of intentional Kuso,
Oh, it's very much Kusoge, yeah.
Core were very much like a powerhouse of British gaming at the time, because I remember seeing their name, everywhere back in the 90s. So it makes sense that they give such a treasured license as Monty Python over to them to do something with.
Oh, yeah. Out of any of the British companies, I'd say that Core Design was probably a good team to go with. This is certainly surreal hellscape that Novasol is going through, but I love that. Monty Python is all about a surreal hellscape. I just love the cartoon hole that pops down. It's so good. It's like Looney Tunes.
It is very Looney Tunes.
Is that
look at the screen Dorwolf's on right now, right? What could be more Looney Tunes than falling anvils and a bush that walks toward you?
I just love that there's a bush chasing you and you try to go back for it and it runs away. And as far as I can tell, that's the only point. That's the only reason it's there.
Correct.
Novasol trying to do some of this tricky platforming to get some spam, and he got it. Very nice, Novasol. You get extra points for the spam. Spam. Oh, Justin made me tacos.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, with homemade tortillas and homemade sauce. Oh my gosh, this looks so good.
Delicious.
Oh, thank you, Justin.
I mean, these are not the visuals to stimulate the appetite, but
whatever. I saw spam. That appetites me.
Unless you like cheese.
Appetites me. Well, I mean, cheese. Some people like feet. Okay, don't look at me that way, Justin. It's a Monty Python game, Justin. Of course there are feet.
Oh, many questions are going to be asked after this.
Yeah, as soon as I said it's a Monty Python game, he's like, oh, okay. No more questions. Yeah, Simon Phipps, from what I can see, is the person who worked at least on the DOS graphics, but considering it's a small studio, I imagine most of the people worked on all of the different versions that came out. And he has worked on several games. I mean, Wolfchild, which we've had on Kusogrand8. The Rick Dangerous games, obviously. Various Harry Potter games, Shadow Man. Oh, Bubba and Sticks for Amiga. I didn't know there was an Amiga version of Bubba and Sticks, but that makes sense. Okay. And actually, yeah, that game feels quite a bit like an Amiga game. Gotcha. How is it that it took me years after the first time we had freaking Bubba and Sticks to realize that it was probably an Amiga game to begin with? Thank you for the burp, little nerd.
No, I don't believe
Gumby.
I don't believe either of our players has made it past the second level. They've both been quite close.
Yeah, it looks like Novasol is through that next area. Now we've got tumors. Okay. Shoot the lump. Don't let the fist punch you, Novasol. It's going up and down very, very slowly.
Uh-oh.
And John Cleese's head is all over the place. My gosh. Okay, Spanish Inquisition dead on Dorwolf's side. Good. There are so many feet. I didn't realize there were going to be this many feet in the game. But what can you say? Sometimes you just get what you don't expect. This Gumby's doing a good job, though. He's swimming, he's jumping, he's doing all sorts of Gumby things. He's got the wellies
being quite
on.
Active.
Yeah, the only reason, like, I never would have known what to call those boots other than, like, rain boots or rubber boots until watching Taskmaster. Yeah. We don't call them wellies here. We don't call them Wellington boots here.
Weird.
They're rubber boots.
Yeah, rubber boots.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So if you ever tell an American, hey, go buy me some wellies, you got to make sure, because if you don't specify what that means, you may or may not get boots. I don't know what else they would buy, though.
I'm curious to what else I would get. Now I'm just going to try it.
No, yeah. Oh, some people are saying galoshes. I guess galoshes would be a little bit more understandable.
Galoshes?
I like galoshes. It's a good word. Yeah, they might buy you beef Wellington if you ask them to buy you wellies.
Ooh, I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. Good beef Wellington's delicious.
I wanted some boots, but I'll take the beef Wellington, you know?
Well, you've got the tacos. You don't need it.
I can have tacos and beef Wellington. It's fine. Okay, there we go. DoeWolf, unfortunately, not having very successful arguments. It seems like it's probably a 50-50 chance every time anyway. Like,
that's right. And if you delay too long, it also ends the minigame. But the minigame is not useful to them here. Oh, there we go. We're learning how to identify the oak.
Oh no, Novasol explode! Well, that's unfortunate.
No. I think that was Novasol's furthest progress.
That was a very good push.
I never thought I would say this phrase because on the ref sheet, tumors changed to Semprini.
I don't know what that means.
No, I'm not sure I do either. And there is a lot of references to Semprini in the manual as well. We did give them the manual. And the manual, I believe, I'm going to pull it up because the first page of the manual indicates it is not actually a manual. It is the official Hungarian phrase book complete with dance steps.
Okay. Oh, there was a sign that said Semprini, and that was the landmark per Garfield the Lightning. That makes sense. Okay.
That's right. And I'm not sure if Semprini is a reference to the actual Flying Circus sketch show, but I do know that if you enter Semprini as your name in the high scores, it activates some sort of cheat. So there's a lot of references to Semprini, whatever it is in this manual, where only about 2 pages are actually about the game.
So apparently in Monty Python's Flying Circus, the word Semprini was added to a list of words banned by the BBC as naughty.
Oh.
So do not use Semprini on the BBC, okay? You will get in trouble. Yeah, and apparently BBC interrupted during sketches, and when the show resumed, John Cleese said, "Who's got a boil on his Semprini then?" And then he was taken away by police.
Oh my.
Yeah, don't get a boil on your Semprini, everybody. That's what we've learned. Thank you for the raid, Stream Hatman. Again, thank you for playing earlier. Hopefully y'all all are having fun, and we are enjoying all of the farting noises. Uh-oh, we're on to the bridge of the nose. There's a lot of bone, apparently. Like, we've got the pelvic bone on the bridge of the nose. But If you've got a pelvic bone on the bridge of the nose, I bet you had a great night.
I don't know. That Wolf screen right now does look like my skeleton after a great night out. So yeah, that makes sense.
Not my skeleton.
Hey, bro. Did you know that
what
you have a skeleton inside you?
I did, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I have
Spooky,
seen
eh?
part of my skeleton. Yeah, if you smile, you can
boy.
see it. It's pretty scary. Well, looking at the story in the manual, I'm just trying to make sense of this. Here we go. I'm going to start right now. Sex and violence. No. It's owl stretching time. The toad elevating moment. A horse, a bucket, a spoon. Gwen Dibley's flying circus. It's Monty Python's Flying Circus. Monty Python's Flying Circus was born in 1969, thanks to then producer Barry Tuck, perhaps best remembered for Points of View. With a brief from the BBC to develop new comedy ideas, it was Tuck who formed the team we know and love. Cambridge graduates John Cleese and Graham Chapman, who had both been producing material for David Frost and Marty Feldman, and Oxford's Terry Jones. Let me just tell you, this story is a lot more boring than I expected. Okay,
Right.
I'm going to interrupt. It's just telling how the Monty Python's Flying Circus got started. Blah, 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 blah. That's fine. Okay, Terry Jones and Michael Palin, who had been working on the kids' TV show Do Not Adjust Your Set, where they met Eric Idle and American animator Terry... Is it Gilliam?
Gilliam.
Yeah, there we go. The legend was born, and eventually so was the title. Incidentally, the first two titles were subsequently used as show subtitles, while the third ended up as the title of a spoof show within the show. Okay. Less than 50 shows were made between 1969 and 1974, creating a television series of only 4 seasons in length. It sounds like you're dunking on your own show, describing it. It only lasted 4 seasons because it sucked. No, it didn't suck. It was amazing.
Back then, like it's a very British thing to not let TV series run on and on. So 4 is a lot.
I appreciate
Especially
that.
for comedy.
Yeah, sometimes you can let a show end. Okay? Not everything has to last forever, okay? Yeah, like, Monty Python's Flying Circus, 4 seasons, fantastic. That means that you were exceptionally fantastic. Come on, there are plenty of animes that are like 1 season. We can do that. Just because Netflix, you can make a show that's a single season. Don't announce 50 seasons and then only have 1 and cancel the rest. Come on, nerds. Stop it.
Put the money.
I'm sorry, these tacos are so good. But yeah, like, that's one problem that I think a lot of shows have, and there were a lot of complaints about like testing for target audiences. Do you think they tested Monty Python for target audiences?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I can imagine them testing Monty Python for... I can imagine them testing it on target audiences and then taking any negatives from the target audience as a good response. Because people would be baffled by this. Absolutely baffled.
They're like, oh my God, nobody understood anything. It's perfect.
Although seems to have some regrets.
Monty Python's Flying Circus.
That sounded like Donkey Konk right there. Oh my God. Maybe Donkey Konk was secretly from Monty Python's Flying Circus and just hasn't told us.
Oh my God, I did not expect that.
Monty
I think more GMs should have their voices in Amiga games.
Yeah, we should. We should put me in an Amiga game, everybody. I'll be on Amiga. Put me in a video game, any game, okay? If you need crappy voice acting, just hit me up. Oh, we're on to the naughty bits for Novasol. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Not the naughty bits.
I mean, I should also say, that reminds me, so I gave the players the manual. I had to cut out some of the manual because the manual itself contained some naughty bits.
Can you share the original manual with me?
I can.
Yeah, honestly, even if it has naughty bits, I don't care. Yeah. I'm just curious, okay?
I'm gonna tell you what page the naughty bits are on, and you can describe what is contained within to chat.
I mean, I see a butt in the non-censored version. So yeah, share the manual.
Oh, it's naughtier than that. It's
I
naughtier
want to
than
see
that.
the naughty bits.
So what will it be?
Hey, Chad, welcome to Toasty Stoat is sharing naughty bits with me during the stream.
I mean, bro's asked me to DM him, so...
Yeah, if anybody else want to send me naughty bits, just ask first, okay? Justin, don't look at me like that. Oh my gosh. If you want to send Justin naughty bits, you can also do that. Just ask him first.
God, you're bad.
Oh, we're gonna get in trouble. We're gonna
it's one
get
of
in
those
trouble. That's okay. Okay, so what page are the naughty bits on?
Page 15. Is it 15? I think it's 15. 15, or... Yeah, 15.
Okay, 15. Oh, that's barely naughty.
Oh, that's quite naughty.
What are you talking
Quite
about?
naughty.
You can't even see the nipples. It's safe for Twitch.
Again, I'd like to reiterate, Browy's looking at something that I just DM'd him.
Yeah. There's a policeman with a very nice mustache censoring his boobs. That's how I can describe this. And he has the words rude and naughty over his boobs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There you go. Chad is asking me to put it up. Okay, here's the deal. It's fine for Twitch, but maybe a different day. Thank you, Mendezi, for the 100 naughty bits in chat. I appreciate that. Also, I forgot to shout out the people who subscribed during the last match. Franco Berry, Rolling Cabbage, Neitzel. Thank you all so much. Psycho Volpes as well. There were probably others that I missed. Welcome to my life. I've got tacos, and I still haven't eaten them all because we're talking about naughty bits.
Oh, Novosol's up to a boss that I don't think we've seen.
Oh, really? Ooh,
It's
an
an
argument.
It's a reconstructed elephant, and Novosol made it through, so that is Novosol moving on to level 3.
Okay, Novosol quite agreeing with the main with the argument, dude. Yeah, that's a classic sketch. If nobody has seen it, or if you haven't seen the arguments from Monty Python, you should watch it. I mean, the silly walks are great. Oh no, he's a bird now. Uh-oh.
Right, yeah. So Novosol's Gumby is now some sort of turkey, I want to say?
Definitely turkey-shaped. Like, it's a chubby turkey. We've got chubby cherubs flying around. They've got little horns. there's a hole that you probably got to fly into. There we go.
I'm not really sure what the current enemies on the Novosol's screen are. I couldn't really decipher what they're meant to be. Maybe chat's got my back on this.
I have no idea. There's just... Oh no! The weight fell on top of you, Novosol! Just the 10-ton weight. I hate when one of those falls from the sky. Blimp. Sky blimp? Oh, a 1G. That's not a lot of weight. That's just like a gram. Okay, we got a lot of spam. Good.
Number 3, the oak.
The oak. We're on to the old oak tree. Yeah, here's the deal. There are some people who really enjoy quoting movies, and I'm okay with that. And quoting various stuff, go ahead and do that, you know? Even if I don't necessarily find it funny because it's reference humor, I'm okay with it. I try to avoid too much reference humor because it feels like it gets very repetitive very quickly. But, you know, just because it's not humor that I appreciate doesn't mean that it's invalid. But know that if you do make the same reference over and over and over again, that people are going to start getting tired of it. And, you know, creativity is essential when it comes to humor. Even if it means we have a bird flying around in outer space shooting some weird puppet.
What could be more creative than that?
I mean... Literally, if nobody had done this before this, then this is as creative as you get. However, if you made this now, it would be less creative than it is already because you're copying, okay? That's copying. People are asking if Span was real back in the 70s. Absolutely. Wasn't it like World War II that Spam was made?
I have no idea. But it must have been real for it to be featured so heavily.
Apparently 1937 per Google. Okay. Ooh. In Minnesota.
And most of it.
Yeah, everybody Spam was created by Minnesota. Thank you.
Most of it still tastes like it's from 1937.
I don't mind the taste.
Oh, really?
And actually, Spam musubi is pretty good.
Spam what?
It basically it's almost like sushi, but you use Spam instead.
What?
You need to expand your mindset, okay?
They're called donuts.
They're called donuts? No, they're not called donuts. What are you talking about, Justin?
Is the correct Japanese Pokemon term donuts?
I don't know what Justin's talking about, but that's fine. Yeah, and fried Spam, genuinely good. If you don't fry it, gross. Gross. You have to slice it and then fry it. Otherwise, it's kind of an abomination. You have to fry it. And if anybody here likes non-fried Spam, then we need to have a discussion, okay? And Justin is saying, no, we don't need to have a discussion. Yeah, it's an Insta-ban. Insta-ban. Bam. Whatever.
Bam, bam.
Yeah, you're out of here. Bam.
Bam. Bam.
I like this person in the window just throwing axes occasionally, as well as dust. Okay, we're on to the flying hands. I'm glad that I can recognize that those are hands flying through the air. Flapping their thumbs. I think, so good.
I think this is the furthest that Novosol's gotten.
Yeah.
Novosol's doing a really good push through this stage.
Novosol has an extra life as well. Like, this is... I think that the one at the bottom means that Novasol can die one more time.
And look, he's in the window now. You didn't expect it.
Who is it?
It's the Spanish Inquisition again.
Why? The Inquisition's back. No. No, deja vu. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, meanwhile, Wolf trying to do some platforming. Yeah, Novasol has a very commanding lead. Honestly, I think it's going to be unlikely that Wolf passes Novasol. It could still happen, considering that progress can happen extremely quickly. However, Wolf has 0 extra lives. You know, 1 death, that is a game over. Back to the beginning of the game. But we'll have to see what Novasol's able to do here.
Well, that's true. Wolf has been doing a really kind of quite safe strategy, trying to destroy any cheese that they see in the hopes of getting more vitality. And sometimes taking it slow with this game is a lot better. Having said that, that's unfortunately a game over.
Novasol onto... I don't know what that was. It was a boss. Oh no, we've got deja vu again. An elephant? Uh-oh. Okay, Novasol's been reassembled. Time to argue a little bit and then probably talk to a lady. I mean, Wolf, it's fine. Fish can win today. I like fish. They're cute. I don't like the lady on Novasol's screen, though. That's my main complaint.
Oh, the old lady. She's the best. She's the best inclusion in this game.
Why?
Because of that amazing voice.
Spam!
And I don't know, there's something...
Yeah.
Beans!
Beans! Spam! Beans! Novasol got the spam. Good.
Novasol's on the last level here, by the way.
What?
It's not impossible. We could see a clear before the hour is up.
Are you serious? We might have a clear? Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is going extremely well. Oh, Novasol trying to get over to the left platform. Not going to happen. We've got the crusher as well as the bouncing ball. I love the animation when it lands. It kind of squishes out. Very
cute, right?
Like, it's very subtle, but it shows that the animators here definitely knew what was going on. Oh no, North Malden Council has sponsored this. Unfortunately, not the city council that has lately become popular on YouTube. I'm trying to remember which city council that was. It's so good. Justin, do you remember the name?
Hanford County.
Hanford County? Okay. Yeah, if anybody has not seen that city council meeting... Oh, Hanford
the Hanford Parish.
Yeah.
That's the... Yeah, oh my goodness me, that is
so good.
Oh, it's so indicative of, like, small-town British politics. It's untrue.
You have no authority here, Jackie Weaver. No authority at all. It's such a small, like, city council. It's hilarious. I mean, it's hilarity. I love it.
It's not even a city. It's like it's barely a town. It's probably just a village. Like it is. If there's one thing that series of videos and this game as well coincidentally has told us, it's that British people love having arguments about absolutely nothing.
Honestly, I feel like Americans love to do it, but then they actually still hate each other after it. Whereas I think British people sort of
like
understand.
A sport for us.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter if you win the pointless argument. It matters that it happened. Whereas we'll pull out knives, you know? There will be blood over the smallest things. Okay, Novasol fought the weird spider lady. Good.
And immediately getting squashed by the the very rude crushers. I mean, yeah. So Novasol is on the fourth stage here, and remember what I said about getting an extra life once you lose 1 million points. And so far, Novasol, in their playthrough, getting toward the end, has lost a total of only 50,000 points. So I don't think we're going to see those extra lives.
I don't think so. Novasol wanting to go for the sausage, but it was a net gain. Also, thank you, Justin, for subscribing. I appreciate it. Yeah, chat's like, how do you lose points? Instead of gaining points, you lose points in this game because it's Monty Python. Welcome to the game. It's funny. Did you know that losing points instead of getting them is funny? Oh no, Novasol, that's a game over. No, Novasol.
That was close.
I am so sad. Your score is far too silly now. Oh, Chad is right. There is the Mad Magazine board game where the goal is to lose all your money. I've played that. We had it when I was younger. Actually, I don't know if we played it as much as looked at it.
Sometimes I feel like I'm playing that in real life.
Well, I'm sorry. That's very unfortunate for you. Honestly, not the most interesting board game out there. Well, Novasol is probably done playing, which is fine. I don't think Novasol can get back to where he was before. Possibly. No, he's jumping back into it.
It's kind of close. You got to play perfectly. It's a reasonably short game, but.
By the way, where is your brain?
So your brain leaves in 4 separate pieces, and it's not really clear where it goes or the mechanism of how you get it back. But if you finish a stage with 16 tins of spam, you are rewarded with 1 piece of your brain.
You have to have 16 tins of spam?
16 tins of spam, yeah.
There's a true ending to this game?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So the regular ending, I mean, if you manage to finish this game without picking up all the pieces of your brain, you are rewarded with a picture of a frog.
I like that. Okay.
And it quite literally tells you, because you didn't get all the pieces of the brain, we can't show you the true ending, so here's a picture of a frog. It's quite a nice frog.
That's so good.
But I won't spoil the true ending. You can look it up on YouTube.
Heck, I might have to get the true ending myself. I'm curious.
Oh, good luck, because it would be a real labor of love to try and get through this. Both of these players have done so well, and I wouldn't have expected anything else from the GMs, but this is a notoriously difficult game.
Oh, I mean, yeah, considering how much damage you take, the thing is, with a game like this, in a race setting, you might be tempted to go fast, but there's not a timer here. It's better to take your time, go a little bit slower, to avoid taking damage. And I think that we've seen our players be pretty smart about that, Wolf, unfortunately, was not able to get the spam there due to destroying too many platforms. Yeah, that's one of the tricky things here. If you accidentally misfire in one way, true ending's done. You're not getting it.
And Xerxes in chat, assuming that the true ending is just a Bigfoot squishing you. I mean, that's a pretty safe assumption, and it would be kind of funny if they did that. But no, they actually made something a little bit bigger and better.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, dare I say there might be something in it that resembles a storyline?
There's a story to this game?
Yeah.
Whoa! I mean, I know we're a Gumby.
We're a Gumby who's lost the bits of his brain, and now his brain hurts.
You know, usually it's the opposite that happens. Well, we are close to the end of the match, and I'm close to the end of this taco as well. Oh, this has been fantastic. Honestly, couldn't ask for anything else.
And if I go back to the manual, so you know, I said I had to censor some naughty bits. I mean, that's not the only naughty bit I had to censor, because on the page below the policeman with the lovely bosom is an apology for the poor quality of writing in the manual, and they have a list of words that are not to be used again throughout the manual, including such offensive utterances like bum and tinkle and semprini.
Oh no! I love that. Thank you for putting those words in there in order to help out. Yeah, well, they have them censored, though. They took out the valves.
That's
I think
true.
one of them was fork. Yeah. Stop that. It's silly. Now, I've noticed a tendency for this manual to get rather silly. Now, nobody likes a good laugh more than I do, except perhaps my wife and some of her friends. Oh, yes, and Captain Johnston. Come to think of it, it's most people like a good laugh more than I do. But that's beside the point. Now let's have some good, clean, healthy instructions. Good. I appreciate that. There's a whole section about cheese. Okay. There's a guy who says fat. Now a word from our sponsor, and it's just a distorted image of a guy who says fat. Let me
He's
see.
supposed to be a doctor of applied nutritionism.
Well, I mean, not sure how he's applying it.
You're welcome, Wolf. Hey, we've got less than a minute to go.
How do I... Isn't it just Control-Shift-S to do a screenshot?
I have no idea.
Oh my gosh. Because if so, how come it's not working for me? Windows Shift S. Okay. That's why. Because I forgot how to actually use computers. That's okay. Welcome to my life, everybody. Sometimes I forget how to do anything at all. That's okay. Well, I want to share the picture of the sponsor of this game because he's very important. We're just about at the end here, everybody. Get excited, and here we go. This is time. That is it. And now a word from our sponsor. Fat. I hope you appreciate that word from our sponsor. Not my sponsor personally, but the sponsor of this game. What an amazing experience. Monty Python's Flying Circus for Amiga. Well, it's very clear Novasol demolished this game, almost beating it, actually. And doing that in an hour, as you said, is difficult. Like, I only have a vague idea of how difficult this game is based off of watching it, but it definitely, we had plenty of struggles with the players. Wolf is upset about Toasty, which is fair. Everybody is upset about fair. Toasty. Who is Toasty?
That's me.
Oh.
Now I'm upset with Bro.
I think I was thinking of, like, Toasty from video games, not Toasty from the person I'm talking to. Whatever, shut up. Shut up. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm just trying to finish my taco. Let's welcome the players in if they want to come and chat, because I would love to hear their experience with this game.
Hello.
Hello there, Novasol. Hello, Wolf. Welcome.
I regret everything.
You do? Poor Wolf.
You grudge matched me. That's one of the classic blunders.
Hey, I had a chance as long as it wasn't a platformer, okay? And it was a platformer.
Well, that's the other classic blunder. You gave me a platformer. Doe fell victim to the same thing. It happens.
Hey, I gave you non-platformers once. It didn't work. It didn't go well for anyone.
You also gave me Green Dog, and well...
I did give you Green Dog, this is true.
That's also a platformer.
Yes, that's...
Yeah, and Novasol somehow beat that in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, well, yeah, Novasol did almost beat this game.
Nice.
Yeah, you were very close to the end. I don't know how many more screens to go, Novasol, but you did exceptionally well. Wolf, you still did really well, like making it partway through the body parts. You got to the naughty bits, which honestly is the most important thing.
I got slightly past the naughty bits. This is true.
Yeah, getting to the...
I just, like, I see them coming. I know exactly what the game is going to do. And
yeah,
I cannot stop myself from taking damage. It's impossible.
Yeah, there's a lot of mandatory damage taking later on. So you have to figure out where the spam is to keep going.
Yeah.
And I mean, I I think the spam is very well hidden. Like it's pattern. You can figure out how where it's going to be spam. And I think it foreshadows how it's going to hurt you very well, and then it just doesn't give you the tools to not get hurt. That's my problem. That's my whole problem.
Yeah,
well,
that's a little true.
You should have seen the level I got to. There were conveyor belts.
Ooh, it's fun.
Yeah.
With cars that run you over and then spikes.
Honestly,
less threatening than the car.
I love the amount of diversity that this had for an Amiga game. Like, for a Monty Python game, this felt very fitting. And, like, I would not expect a Monty Python game to completely hold up to the series. You know, Flying Circus, amazing show, definitely revolutionized a lot of comedy that we had. But I feel like this game still managed to pay tribute to that without being terrible, you know? It had references to stuff that didn't feel like I was getting whacked over the head, and it had a lot of surreal, bizarre stuff that is usually just seen in like the interlude segments between the different skits, and that was a lot of the focus, the bizarre, surreal. I called this straight up bakage. Like it's weird.
Yeah, it certainly looks the part, and that kind of compels you to keep playing because you want to see, well, just what on earth is it going to throw at you next?
Okay,
I just assume this is what life is like in Britain.
Oh yeah, also true. I have to ask Dolwolf, did you enjoy when you just got a random game over for no reason?
Yeah, that was great. But how did I trigger that? Because I have no idea.
This is so, you know, the little comedy interludes that are like, here's how to recognize a tree. That was another one. It's just that you skipped through it, so it would have said your game has ended due to a clerical error. We apologize while we're trying to fix it. And then the game would have turned into Breakout for about 10 seconds.
Oh my god! Wow. I actually I sat there for like 3-4 seconds and nothing happened, so I just hit the fire button and then it left the screen. So alas.
That's fine. Like, and also you all didn't have very good arguments with the argument, dude. That's fine. It's not really worth it.
That game was impossible, and also the instructions said to lose it quickly.
Oh, really? Okay. I mean, yeah, if you don't want to sit around and argue for a while.
Yeah.
I mean,
it doesn't help you.
Considering it's basically a 50-50 chance every time that you do it, that's understandable. But I honestly would say that for an Amiga game that came out I don't really have too many complaints about this game. It's not the best game out there, but for a Monty Python game, I think it's very fitting.
It's better than a lot of Amiga games I've played.
I mean, that is definitely a bar.
Yeah, maybe we should use a different bar, you know? Oh my gosh. That was a lot of fun. Well, Novasol, congratulations on the victory here. Obviously, you've been a GM for us a lot, but do you have any other projects that you have going on, or are you just occasionally playing games and having fun?
I'm just occasionally playing what I feel like. I need to get back to UFO 50 because I still haven't touched half the games in it.
I mean, that sounds like life. What about you, DeWolf? Have anything exciting?
I lost control of my life. But other than that, I don't know. I haven't really been doing much lately. I need to get back to streaming regularly, but I've been saying that for like a year. So
welcome to life.
Oh, well. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, that's completely fine. Toasty Stone, please tell me that you have something going on.
Well, I just got back from like a 2-month trip from the other side of the world, so
oh,
I had things going on, and now they've stopped going on, and it's really great to come from Australian sunshine all the way back to slush and snow and frost in Scotland in the UK.
Aw, yeah.
So I'm hibernating for winter.
Yeah, I'm
you
sort
share
of.
some with me. I miss snow so much.
You can take my snow. I don't want it.
Just ship it out west. It's fine. I'll take it.
Okay,
I
great.
love snow.
Yeah, I'm sure the post office would love me doing that. Yeah. Well,
The post office deserves it. They know what they did.
I used to work for the post office, it's true. Well, thank you so much. This was fantastic, and we've got one more match, so I'll go ahead and let you all go. Thank you.
All right,
Bye.
later.
Hey,
Take
thank
care,
you so much
friends.
for having me.
Oh, yeah, it was great. Well, everybody, we've got one more match coming up today. Tomorrow, we are going to show off the tiebreakers that happened for those who were working to qualify for the brackets. So tomorrow will be a lot of fun. Before I jump into the last match, though, we're going to take a quick break. Be right back in a couple minutes.